welcome back to my channel where I play with inks and pens, I write my books and do other fun stuff. This is basically the quote-unquote whole section from my first ever pen show experience, and I think, as so many people, I blew right past my budget. I think I went into some kind of weird frenzy at some point, and I think also because of like the many tiny purchases that you do in a very short amount of time. My bank actually at some point blocked my card, and I had to reactivate it again because I think they thought someone is having like a weird little spending spree without me knowing about it, which was funny. But yeah, I thought it's the morning after, and I'm doing like a quick haul thing. I got some inks, but I'm going to do an ink swatching video like in a separate installment. This is really just before I forget everything. I've basically lined everything up here. And then, yeah, let's have a look where we got to. So first, I want to go back to the list that I drew up. Paper samples. Yes, there will be some of them. Stamp with 5 stars, didn't see that. Dip nib options. There were a few glass dip pens, but they were not what I had in mind. And there were also some sort of, calligraphy dip options, but I couldn't spot like a kakimori or similar nib to try, so none of that. Ink swatching tools, didn't really find anything that would match what I had in mind. Pen storage options, had a look, but yeah, didn't buy anything. Sturdy leather pouch for precious pens. Yes, that was the first thing I bought. Stickers. Actually, I bought one sticker. So, sort of, let's do it. Local ink makers. Didn't see anyone who made their own ink. Red inks. Yes. Local pen makers. Yes. Journal bag. I mean, we got, because I was early, I got a goodie bag. So, yeah. So, I only collected one stamp from Crafted Journal in the whole. I didn't see that many laid out, so many stamps, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to, so this is their card. This is just what I'm going to glue in, and actually they were the ones I got the sticker from. And that was just the Cheltenham Pen Show sticker. But I really like that, so yeah, this. And it came in like a lovely, lovely envelope. So yeah, I'm going to put, I need to see, sorry. There, the camera setup was a bit different, so I have to see that I'm not going out of frame. So yeah, so that's them. Then I bought a Show ink. They are manufactured by KWZ Ink, and that's Waterloo Sunset. They didn't have, I originally thought about the smoke gray ink, but that wasn't available anymore because I think I did it like towards the end. So yeah, I'm going to swatch that later. So yeah, then, so that's what we had first. Then the next thing that I picked up was the sturdy leather pouch. This is by Galen Leather, and let's see. what I like about it, that it has this firm tray and that you can take out and put back in again. And because it's so, it literally forms a box around your pens. And this is why I thought, yes, that is exactly, like, I feel good taking the more precious pens out of the house in something like this. So that was basically the first thing I bought, together with one of those lovely notebooks. This is the Hanji notebook for seasons, and that's the spring. And I think I'm at the moment, maybe because of the color of my manuscript notebook, I'm attracted to the dusty pinks. Let's see, I have the name of it. So basically, this was, I think it's got the wood turners or Turning's workshop. I have a. There's the thing. The Turner's workshop, yes. And from them, I got the Galen leather, the notebook. Then they gave me a lovely little gel pen, like matching to the notebook. And then later, I went back to their stand and got a Click Tech retractable fountain pen, because I've seen them online and I'm really fascinated by them, by sort of, because this is supposed to, so I've seen many reviews of them, and it looks as if this actually closes really well. So this is basically one of the pens that I bought. I didn't really want to buy any pens. I came back with 4. So yeah, this is the retractable. And when I looked online before, this apricot color was really difficult to find. I mean, it's probably back in stock by now, but so I went for the apricot one. This is a fine nib. I haven't inked this up yet. The good thing is it comes with an empty cartridge, so I don't have to write something, like, because they are proprietary cartridges, I don't have to write something dry first. But that was from the Turner's workshop. So I'm trying to do it in almost an order of how I purchased everything, because I think that's probably how I can do well. So, and then from Giraffe Gifts, I got a Leuchtturm 1917 blank notebook, because it was discounted by more than half, because it's a discontinued color, and I have one of the vanilla colored notebooks, and this is a blank one, and this is something I can't really pass up. So this is their information, and then I got 2 inks from them. Kaweco Summer Purple, because I'm writing my manuscript in all purple ink, and I think that's another one that falls squarely into my comfort purple zone. And then I got the ruby red as well, because I've seen that mentioned so much as a really fun, not like more of a pink than a red. But yeah, so these 2 Kawecos from Giraffe, inks from Giraffe Gifts. So there we are. Back again. Then I saw the Dennis Hum, who's the pen maker who made my Neptune model pen, and he had like lots of fun pens there. And this is an ebonite pen, and he put an elastic fine nib with like a lovely etching. I'm so sorry, the light just died on there. So that's really lovely. let me pause it and find another light source. Okay, back with the ring light back on. It's quite early-ish in the morning, so it's a bit dark in here. And usually I use the ring light with my power bank, and that just died. So yeah, let me see if I can find. This is just some scrap paper, and so you put some ink in here, and it's a Ferris wheel press ink. Because I could tell from the shape of the bottle, but I don't know which one it is. I thought first Oyster R, but I think the label on the bottle was a bit dark. So this is Eden's pens, just calling it Ebonite. And I think it reminds me a bit of some of the Skogsy Ebonite low volume eyedroppers from the color sort of swampy green. And this is with a elastic fine nib, and I haven't really tried flexing it yet. I'm a bit scared to, but it's definitely bouncier than the other nibs, and it has these little cutouts. So yeah, I will have to play with this a bit more, but it's very unassuming, but it feels really good in my hand, and yeah, it's just a nicely balanced pen. Then yeah, maybe this. Then I went to VidStyle to their booth and picked up, because I was looking for sort of store exclusive inks, and they have a Robert Oster one, Red Bear, because I'm still looking for red inks. So yeah, this one I picked up, and then because I've seen it everywhere, and this watch looked amazing, Sydney Darling Harbour. So I'm looking forward to playing with those. And then also from VidStyle, they basically sell old new stock of Pilot and I think Platinum as well. But yeah, I bought a Pilot Elite, which is basically what the Pilot E95S is, of the re-release of this model. And so this is just black, and it has an 18K nib on it. It's a fine nib, and it's amazing. This was what basically brought me over my budget, but I had considered what I wanted to try for my next gold nib pen, and I was, because my first was a Sailor, so I was quite sort of sure it would be a Pilot, but not quite sure which one. I researched of the Pilot Customs, and but this was also one of the pens that came up. But yeah, so this is, and I put the Kaweco Summer Purple in here, because after purchasing this was when I felt a bit frenzied, and I thought, okay, before I spiral into, oh, you blew past your budget, you're such a sort of, you don't have any control, I thought, let's ink up the pen and make sure that we write those feelings out, and make sure that we are truly happy with this purchase. And so this is a Pilot Elite with a 18K fine nib, and this, and because here I know what it's inked with. Very cool. Summer purple. And it's such a lovely and bouncy nib. And as soon as I tested it at the stand, but you're standing up, you're not really concentrating that much on everything. And I'm so glad that I picked this up, because this is lovely. I sort of, oops, sorry. My thinking was, do I need, because the Sailor is a 14K nib, so I had sort of said it would be lovely to try an 18K next. So this basically ticked all the boxes. I thought the price was very decent, and it's such a timeless and elegant pen. They fitted a converter in it for me. Yes. So I'm coming around to sort of splurging, because I mean, I know what it feels like. I have some sort of history with restricting and binging as a result, let's say. So yeah, that was that's okay, for anyone who has like trouble with stuff like this. It really helped me to sit down far away from everyone and just write with a pen and realize, no, this was a good purchase. There's no reason to sort of, it's not the end of the world. You broke a rule that you set yourself. It doesn't really matter. I hadn't budgeted for it, but I didn't, go into debt for it, basically. So everything's fine. Right. Okay. So that was all from Style, and this is the lovely postcard gave to me. Then I picked up Dominant Industry, the Harbour of Dieppe, at Meticulous Inks stand. Don't think I have a business card from them, but this is shimmer ink. The only shimmer ink that I bought comes with, because it's in the Painter series, I think it comes with a slightly more top end bag, and has like a lovely sort of beigey rose gold shimmer. I've seen it swatched, and it was instantly intrigued, and I think it also falls into sort of the orangey red fascination that I have at the moment, so I think that works out so quite well as a continuation of everything. Let's just put this up here. It's such a lovely bottle. Let's see. Then because I wanted to look at different papers, I picked up this traveler size sort of notebook insert from the Inked Paw, and I tested their paper. I chose this in a dot grid. They also have blank papers, but I wanted to test it out, and you see it's the same color again, like the dusty pink. I wanted to test out the size as well, if the size works for me, because obviously you see travelers notebooks everywhere on YouTube, but it's a size I haven't tried yet, and I wanted to know whether that it could work out as sort of an ink catalog for me. I definitely find some good use for it, but I just wanted to check out the paper and the size, and they have like lots of different sizes for basically every system that you could wish for, and different colors. It was lovely. So yes, this is why I picked up this little notebook. And I think the last thing was from one mini store. Very lovely. And then I bought the Tomoe River B6 notebook again because I haven't tried that size yet. And yeah, I also wanted to have like another Tomoe River notebook. And I bought this cute little stamp. I think I've seen it somewhere, and I was thinking about like getting, you know, one of the ink stamps that you fill out. And this is a lovely sort of lavender grey ink, and that works really well. I've already trialed it because I'm a bit rubbish at stamping, but when I tried this, it came out lovely and crisp. I'm not quite sure how the field notes book will take it because it's not very great, but I can give it a try. So I might get more of these stamps because I love the yeah, I smudged it, okay, but it still came out better than it usually does for me. So yeah, I just love this little guy. Who doesn't love a spherical bird? So I'm going to collect all the bits in this book because I tend to just lose all the business cards and stuff. So I'm just going to, I thought this was a good option to, I'm going to, everything I have, I'm going to put in there and glue at some point. Probably do like a little cutout or something. And so yeah, this was my haul. I know it might not look so excessive for some people. For me, it was very excessive. I think it was also, as soon as I realized that some of the things that I was looking for, that they were not there, I overcompensated in a different direction. I think that's probably what happened. But to recap the pens that, I just realized I didn't do the goodie bag. That's serious. So we got this little bag. It's very cute. I love that he's roaring. And there's a lot of stuff inside. So first, sorry for not getting the thing. There was a little calendar inside with Japanese prints. So that was lovely. Then there was an ink sample that actually from Faber-Castell, and I got electric pink, and I actually put it in the free pen that came with the goodie bag. Then, so sorry, we got a mechanical pencil in hot pink. Then one of those never-ending pens that looks very sleek. I haven't tried it out yet. Let me see what I can find. Thing again. Ooh, too much stuff on the desk. Too much stuff. See. Okay, this is very. I probably have to start with a mechanical pencil, but it's like never. It's very faint. But as something that never really gives out, it's still a good idea. Weirdly, lots of German stuff in the goodie bag. Then I got 2 types of washi, like, dark blue, the darker blue and the lighter blue. Koino, I think it's like a kneadable rubber, which is really good, or a eraser, which is really good because I haven't had one of those yet. And then, yeah, quite a lot of pens. So, a Tombow marker that's in the color 091. So, for light cream yellow, which is nice. I've never had a Tombow marker, so that's a good thing. Then a Stabilo pencil. So this is one of the German brands as well, but this one is quite soft. Then I actually don't know which brand this is. Oh, okay. It's also a Tombow pencil, so a very hard one. Then Pilot V-Ball. I don't like a blue one. And then a Zebra Gym Gel Rollerball. So it's a bit rough going. Yeah, it's like it starts to smooth out. Okay. But this is sort of the typical red correction red. But might come in handy for marking up manuscripts. And then, last but not least, a Schneider pen with a nib that feels like a long blade, which is fascinating. And I put the Faber-Castell cartridge in here because I thought, yeah, that's so when they give us try to find out what this is, but couldn't find it online. But it has, so it's a plastic pen, it has sort of a jungle scene on it, but because it has like a slightly, yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like a long blade, but not as thick as a long blade as I have in my M2. So this is actually really good because I think that's a more usable long blade for me. Even though, I mean, the pen doesn't feel very luxurious, to be honest, but it's still really usable. And then to recap, the 4 pens that I got were the freebie, then the Click Tech, sort of going upwards, and then the Ebonite pen from Dense Pens, and the Pilot Elite. So very different, but hopefully very fun. I don't know whether I'm going to put those in my official currently inked for July. I might play with them a little bit more, because otherwise I might get like the colors might not make much sense because they're too similar, maybe. Because I have another orange inked up at the moment, so that's sort of why I'm hesitating. But yeah, maybe I'll have a look. Maybe some will make it in. Thank you so much for sharing in my overwhelm. This is why I wanted to do it this morning, because otherwise I might forget. It was lovely. It was still really hot yesterday. They had aircon, but the machines were a bit too far spaced, so you had basically cold areas and very hot areas. And it got really busy at some point, and I got a bit too overstimulated and had to extract myself. But nevertheless, managed to make a significant dent into my finances. So thank you so much for being here, and then hopefully I'll see you for the ink swatching session. Bye!